Degloirespace signing in. Is love necessary for a relationship? I'll make it easy for you. The answer is no. In fact, most relationships are void of love. Instead, we get two substitutes: value and habit. The exchange of value is simple. I've got this. Do you want it? How much will you give me for it? You have this. I want it. Okay, we have a deal now. Let's shake on it. As exchanges are happening, we start to build a habit, because we are creatures of habit. Routine is established, cycles are made, and behold, we are now feeling attached. Even though the exchanges have now happened, it's not that easy to leave anymore. Neuron circuits have wired, memories have been cemented. It's now easier to stay than to leave. Words of love have been exchanged. And suddenly reassurance is required, because the initial getting together was not about love. It was about the exchange of that value, whatever it was. And instead of the value being exchanged, then hey, that's it, you're now stuck for life. Or at least for a while. Think of it like the time you spent at school. You were there, you formed bonds, and those friends you were seeing every day, your attachment was real. You thought, this is genuine, this is forever. I tell this person everything, we go through the same thing together. But when school ended, that environment, that condition, that habit were all stripped from you. And these ones were forcefully stripped from you. You cannot choose to stay at school when you're 30. And then, as a result, you and those friends separated. But remember, while you were in the habit of school every day, you thought you and these friends were inseparable. No matter what, you were together. Even when you imagined your future, these friends were there. But now you've graduated, you were forced to change that habit. You have no choice in it. Suddenly, new neuron circuits had to be rewired, and the change in environment was inevitable. The problem, however, when you're in a relationship is that the changes and the habits don't get changed that clear cut like when you're at school. In school, you get a clear cut. You know, if you start school now, in 7 years, you're out. There's nothing you can do about it. Whereas when you're in a relationship, there's nothing that clear cut. So in school, when that time comes to separate, there's not much you can do about it. And slowly, as time progresses, you start building new memories elsewhere. You start distancing yourself from those memories. And even the feelings that you had for this place start to become distant. You start adding a little bit of fantasy about here, exaggerating certain memories and whatever. But you've lost direct habit with it. True, you may miss certain aspects of school, but that's it. It's gone now. Your exchange of value is no longer in this place called school. It's now somewhere else. There's another place now that promises shinier things for your current state. In other words, you are forced to move on. Relationships are harder than that, because the habits, once they're formed outside of an organized system. Yes, there's a system for it, but that system is very personal. You can be unhappy, but there's so many other feelings that counter that and tell you, hey, it's better to stay put. It's better to stay here. You could be friends with the devil, who makes your life hell. But even after a while, once habit is formed, you might look at the devil and hell and say, hey, at least it's warm here. Relationships built on value exchange are not winners. And I believe this is a big reason behind divorces these days. I mean, think about it. You meet, you make a business deal for a particular value to be exchanged. And then after it's been exchanged, you're not going anywhere. It's like, let's make a deal about this. Oh, okay, let's shake on it. I need reassurance for this deal, because this deal in reality shouldn't last more than 10 days. Tell me it's forever. Yes, it's forever. And you see, this is where you don't know the value that you're exchanging. You don't really know how long it takes. The value that that person has that you're after and the value that you have that they're after could be a 6 months deal. At most, this business deal should go for 6 months. Because after 6 months, that stock that you had agreed on has been depleted. So there is no more, the value is no longer there. So what happens next? The month is over, the stocks have been depleted, and you're just sitting there, oh, because this establishment is forever. It is a losing equation. What do you do for me is a limited relationship. What can you offer me is a very limited relationship. Once this thing has been offered, once this thing has been given, it's good now while the stocks last. But remember, the stocks are best in the start, except with love. It is the only thing that even if you lose in or you fall, I'll tell you it's okay. Why? It's love. It will resurrect you. It itself will resurrect you. No value or business deal will resurrect you after you've fallen. No habit will resurrect you either. And this is where I say, is love necessary? No, it's not. You have agreed on your values that you're going to give and take. Sure. But let's see the difference when love is present. When love, you are with this person and you feel an abundance of love. Why is it different? Firstly, love gives space for the other to grow, for the other to be themselves. And this is nature, this is natural. Value exchange and business deal, no, you need to fit this criteria, you need to fit in here. And you're not allowed to change. Whereas love, the love you feel for somebody, the love that's exchanged, you feel like I am growing and so should they. We are like flowers blossoming. And that does come with pain, no doubt. But the growth of the other grows you. You merge as one, yet you grow as two. When you love someone, you find an excuse for anything they do. You go against everything for it. And strangely, you do all this effortlessly. It just flows. You feel like this is my person. This is my love. This is my heartbeat. And the best part is you don't need therapy to reconnect. You're just connected. Just at the sight of seeing them, you feel alive. You melt in their presence. You feel a certain joy. Their joy is yours and your joy is theirs. Is this all theory? Is this all airy-fairy, poetic talk? Such is love. And look at it. When you're deeply in love with somebody, people around you think you guys are mad. They look at your situation and they think, they start to measure, they start to calculate. They start to warn you, oh, this person is not value exchanging with you. If they see you going through a struggle, because struggle is inevitable, but if they see you going through struggle, they start giving you reasons why you need to step back, why you need to pressure, why you need to regain control. They'll tell you, you're not getting what you want. You're not getting what you need. Little do they know that when you're in love, everything is given to you through the love itself. Because a moment with that person that you love is worth any business deal that they've gone through. That person's energy fuels you no matter the distance. Just like in one of Pink Floyd's songs, they say, love is the shadow that ripens the wine. What they're trying to say is that when love is present, even the shadow, the darkness, is actually ripening the wine. It's making it better. It looks tough. It's a shadow. It's dark. I don't know what's going on. But it's because it's love. It's making it better. And this comes to the key point. Yes, this is not important. This is not necessary for relationships to happen, for a relationship deal to be signed. It's not necessary. But it is absolutely necessary for the human growth. Without it, you don't grow. And behold, you want to know why a lot of people feel empty in their relationship? The absence of love and the addiction of habits. They're living in a habit. They've signed a deal. The deal says this is what they should get. They've gotten these things and that's it. They're stuck there. And you see, though I talk about love, it's not easy because we live in a system that we have to calculate things. We have to measure things. So when love comes about, we feel like, why isn't something holding me down? Why isn't something pressuring me? I'm used to this. A relationship without love is probably a lot more efficient to society. It's much easier to be robots. Clear command, clear instructions, mechanical. There's a reason why in the past people agreed to the marriage systems that they had in their societies and all the rules that they placed to just, we need to make sure, look, okay, love, we'll keep that in poetry, but we can't have that run people's lives. And so there's a reason now, even till now, people want band-aid quick fixes. Hey, just join this kind of thing. We'll give you 10 steps and not even 10 steps, 3 steps and your life will seem a lot better. But here in Degloirespace, we're working. There's a movement of glory, a movement to live awakened, to awaken our own intelligence. And intelligence is here and here. For me, I refuse to live a life where love is not the leader. Funny how people, when it doesn't come to their direct life, things to do with heaven and after I die, they speak about love. But when it comes to our lives, no. They tell us love and harmony are the core of everything. But when it comes to practicality, all they do is they limit you, judge you into limitation, separate you and isolate you. So let me ask you, are you living a life where you're building love or just building routines and habits? Are you living with that fire or just repeating motions? Rekindle the flame of love in your life. Degloirespace signing out.